All right, go ahead. Let's go.
Welcome to the Week 5 podcast. This is the Commissioner talking with the Gridiron Grudge Match. How you doing today, Grudge Match?
Oh, feeling a lot better when you got a nice victory in on your side.
All right, let's get right to it. You took a chance drafting two players that had suspensions at the beginning of the year, and since they've come back, they've paid off. What was your thinking when you drafted these players, Gates and Bell?
Well, Levad Bell is a game breaker. He's young and fast. Somebody that was under my tutelage for 4 years knows that term very well. Young and fast is very, very intriguing to me. Levad Bell led the league in total yards. I'll take a chance in taking a player that will be out 2 games because a lot of times when you play your opponent's players all their players aren't going to score every week. So I was willing to take a chance, throw him on my bench, have him back in week 3. I didn't count on Ben Roethlisberger's injuries affecting the offense, but he's scored in 3 straight games. And the same thing with Gates. He's a Hall of Famer. He had 12 touchdowns. I don't know what all these other GMs are thinking about. Throw him on your bench. What is your second tight end doing for anybody else in the league? Can somebody tell me that? The second tight end sits on your bench. You throw Gates on your bench. When he comes back, you got him for the rest of the year. He's second all-time to Tony Gonzalez in touchdowns. What else do I have to say? It's Antonio Gates.
All right, good point. Very good. All 7 other GMs dropped the ball on that one. Okay, moving on. After starting 0-2, you're now 2-1 in your last 3 and have the most points in that span. Good luck or good preparation?
I would say a little bit of both. I had a very tough bad luck loss in week number 4 against Grim Reapers. I fell into a little hole thinking about retirement, but it was kind of foolish. Have to wait till 24 hours passes by, get my head straight, wake up. It's a fun league. Good preparation is key. I picked up Fitzgerald. Excellent chemistry with Palmer. I picked up Eifert. It was a high pick by the Bengals. The Bengals offense is top 3. He's a game breaker. You can't cover him in the end zone. And I've definitely hit the jackpot with those moves. And I think my team is balanced, and it's only getting stronger every week.
All right. Absolutely. Okay, next up this week is the defending champ, Will's Widowmaker. What do you have in store for Widowmakers this week?
All right, well, I hope you're listening loud and clear, Mr. Defending Champ. Did you take a look at your team? What flex option on your team? Dante Moncrief, Jacquez Bell, John Brown, Carlos Hyde. Half of these offenses stink. All you have is Rivers, and guess what? I'm going to neutralize your sorry little quarterback named Phillip Rivers with your boy, Antonio Gates. And Mr. Tyrod, Hot Rod, or whatever his name is, welcome to the jungle when the Bengals come in there up in Orchard Park and shut you down. I got a little something for you, buddy. It's called payback. Week 1, you kicked my ass. Well, guess what? Things change. My roster is different. I'm explosive. And it's payback time for the champ.
Okay. Save that for the parting shots, buddy. All right, one more quick question, then we'll go to the parting shots. I know you got a lot to say. In 2 weeks, you have a matchup with the possibly undefeated 6-shooter, who is currently number 1 in points, and he's 5-0. But he did lose a major piece of his team this past weekend in Jamal Charles. Your thoughts on the state of the 6-shooters?
The 6-shooters, actually, one thing I've learned about fantasy football is you take it week by week. I have my thoughts on the 6-shooters, but I'm not really thinking about the 6-shooters on week 7. I'm thinking about the defending champion Will's Widowmakers. That's what's on my schedule. I'm not putting the cart before the horse. I have a lot of respect for Sal's team. Yes, he's 5-0, but he's not the next one on the schedule.
All right, good answer. Very good answer. The Gridiron Grudge Match, focused as ever and ready to do some damage. Okay, Grudge Match, now's the time where you have the parting shots. And before we go, what do you have to do to get on the podcast?
It's very simple, folks. Wake up, in-season management, exploit the matchups, You have to score the most points for the week. That means if you got to use a roster move to improve your team, do it, folks.
All right, great. And now this is your parting shot for one GM, the whole league. What do you got to say for yourself?
All right, I got a little parting shot for Chet Psychos. You called my offensive line out on the Giants. You called my offensive line out on the Eagles. The Eagles and the Giants, respectively, are in the top 4 in fewest sacks allowed. The Giants and Eli Manning is the better Manning. Peyton Manning, who? He's old and slow. Your team is old and slow. You have no explosiveness. Your team is average. I'm surprised you still have 2 roster moves left. 1-4. You're sinking in the basement. And I blew you out by 34. Yeah, you won 2 titles in a row. But that was so 4 years ago. What have you done for me lately? Zero. Chet Psychos. Take a look in the mirror. Make some moves. Look at your team. Fix it. It's got holes.
All right. Good answer. Okay, that concludes the podcast. Once again, congratulations to Grudge Match on the high for the week. He's focused. He's ready for the stretch run. He's got a big matchup with the defending champ this week, and he's ready to go. That concludes the podcast. But on a commissioner's note, we are changing the start time. There's 2 9:30 games in the next couple of weeks. So, as per the website, you can now you can start a player 30 minutes before game time. It's not the first game of the day, it's the game where the player is playing in. So if you have a player in London at 9:30, you can start, you have till 9 o'clock to start that player. If you have any players at 1 o'clock, you have until 12:30 to start the 1 o'clock players for the rest of Sunday and Monday. So just a little tweak because we have 2 London games coming up, and this way you can have more flexibility in your roster. Okay? Once again, thank you, Grudge Match. This concludes the podcast. This is Commissioner signing off. Have a pleasant tomorrow.
Thank you very much.